Hey everyone, this is Etho. I have a new Minecraft tutorial for you. Today we're going to be building a very simple and very nice spiral piston elevator, like the one we see in front of us. Let's take it for a ride, shall we? Just like that. Gets the job done. So this is a very simple design. I came up with it on my own, but it's very possible that someone else has come up with it as well before me, and I just don't know about it. But fits in a 4x4 area, so it's very compact, and you travel upwards at a rate of 5 blocks per second. Each block you go up requires one piston, one redstone dust, and one repeater set to 2 ticks. So not too much involved with it. You can build it very quickly. It's easy to figure out how to build and easy to remember how to build it. It's pretty consistent. You just got to make sure you're in it when you ride it and don't move around as you're riding the elevator, and it will work very consistently. Okay, let's see how to build it, shall we? Before you begin building your piston elevator, you're going to want to have some items with you. You'll need picks, shovels, redstone dust, redstone repeaters. You'll need a solid block of some type, whatever you want to build the elevator out of. We're going to build our tutorial one out of sandstone, because I like sandstone. And you may also want to bring some glowstone with you for lighting afterwards. You'll need a pressure plate, some pistons, one piston for each block you go up. You can also use sticky pistons, but they cost more and don't look quite as nice. You'll need stairs, and it's good to have torches with you. Soil blocks are always nice to have on you, ladders, that type of thing in case you get stuck. Okay, so once you have your items together, now you need to figure out your location where you're going to build it. If you're going to be building your spiral piston elevator underground to the surface, I would recommend you find the location where you want to build it using F3. Mark your X and Z coordinates, and then dig a 4x4 hole down to the start of your elevator. But the one we're going to be building is going to be on the surface here. We're going to build one that's 23 blocks high. It's important before you start building that you figure out the height of your elevator, because we want to do a little calculation on it. 23 divided by 4 is 5.75. When we divide the height by 4, we want it to end with a 0.5 or a 0.75, so that the stairs line up in such a way that we enter the elevator walking forward and we exit it walking forward. So just a little tip to making it match up nice at the top. Alright, I believe we're ready to begin here. Let's start our piston elevator by marking the start with a pressure plate. Okay, and now we need to decide something. If it doesn't really matter, but if we want it to spiral clockwise, we would place our stair to the left here. If we want it to spiral counterclockwise, we would place it to the right. Okay. In this example, we're going to go counterclockwise. Okay. We're going to mark our back wall here with glowstone. This is what you can walk up against to align yourself nicely before the pistons start going. And we're going to place our first piston on the left here, opposite of the stairs. Just like that. Okay. And now we're going to start placing our staircase for the wiring. You begin by placing your block above the first piston you place, and then you put 3 blocks in a corner like this, and then next block would be a piston. And then you just keep copying this pattern building a staircase for the wiring all the way up. Piston at the end. Block on top. You know where the next piston goes? Right over here. Same thing. So you get the idea? This part of building the elevator takes the longest. Just do a few more just so you get the idea, which you probably have already. And we'll do one more. Okay, so that's our pattern. We have a nice spiraling staircase for our wiring. Nice thing is we can walk on it and go up and down as we please. So that's the first main step of building this. I'm going to continue all the way up to our 23 block height, and then I'll be back. So I finished placing all the pistons. I started with 41, now I have 18. 41 minus 18 is 23, so that's how I knew when to stop. And now our next step is going to be setting up our stairs. And so when we set these up, we want them so that the piston will push us up them. Okay, so the piston's over here, it'll push us this way, we go up the stairs. Our next piston's over here, it'll push us, go up the stair. So we keep building this up. You'll probably want to have some soil with you, placed down temporarily, so that you have something to put the stair on. And now we have a frame to work off of, now that we have this spiral going up. So we can easily put the soil against it, then put the stair. And we go all the way to the top. Stairs are all the way to the top now. This is the last piston to push you. And we entered our elevator with the F direction of 2. So when we get to the top, we're going to be facing this way. So we'll probably have a stair over here, or a half slab or something, so that we can exit the elevator just by walking forward. Okay, because there'll be wiring underneath here. So that'll work out good. So let's go down, get rid of all these soil blocks we placed. And you may also want to start putting torches in here so that you can see. I'll do that off camera. And we're at the bottom. So I'm going to place those torches and then we're going to start wiring this. The very first step to wiring this thing is going to be hooking this pressure plate up to this first piston here. Okay, so let's come around here. We want to dig underneath this first stair we place and put wiring there on the side of the pressure plate. And I'll come over here. Now ideally you probably don't want to see the wires, so we're going to put a sandstone block over here so that you can't see through this little corner here. We'll bring the wire over here. Our goal is to get up to here. We need to have a repeater up there for this piston. So we need to run the wire up there. So we'll have a block here, and the wire just runs up like this, all the way to the repeater. This first repeater I like to set to 4, because if you have it really short, like right now it's at 1, pretty much as soon as you touch the pressure plate, this piston's going to fire, okay? You want to give yourself time to get settled in there because you can't be moving around. You can't be pressing the arrow keys when you're riding this elevator, otherwise you won't move. So give yourself time, set this to 4. That gives us plenty of time to walk up to this glowstone wall, let go of our keys, and that way it'll be very consistent. Okay. So this is the hardest part of wiring. It all fits into the 4x4, which is nice. Now it gets really easy. What you do, you place 2 redstone dust and a repeater. Set the repeater to 2. Always make sure you set it to 2. And you just keep going all the way up. So it's a very simple pattern to follow and remember. Yeah. And I already forgot it. Okay, so we'll go all the way up. Bad habit. Now, if you leave one at 1 torch delay by accident, that's okay. Well, it's not okay. You'll have to fix it, but there is a way to figure it out. That's pretty easy. We'll get to that in just a little bit. I'm going to finish wiring this to the top, and then I'll show you how you can find any that are still set to 1. I ran the redstone wiring all the way to the top now. So at this point, your piston elevator should be fully functional. Hopefully. So let's go for our first test ride here. Oh, we got stuck. What's going on? That's how you debug this thing. If you get stuck, walk up the wire stairs and you should find one still set at 1 torch delay. So that's how you can figure it out. Switch it back to 2. Go for another ride. No, got stuck again. Walk up your wires. There's another one set at 1, so we'll switch it to 2. Go for another ride, and hopefully we'll go all the way up. I planted 2 there on purpose, so hopefully there's no more, else I actually did miss one. And we're at the top, so you'd walk forward onto your platform and all is good. So really the elevator is done here, it's fully functional, but there's some other things you can do to it. For one thing, I said each piston only uses 1 redstone dust and 1 repeater. Why am I using 2 redstone dust and 1 repeater? Well, there's something you can do. What you do, go to the corners, all 4 corners, and do this. Dig down. Bring some health with you. Okay. Down to the lowest one, and then run blocks all the way to the top. Our piston elevator is actually kind of smaller than a 4x4 because of this. And what happens is power goes from the redstone dust into this block and to the repeater. So you don't even need a redstone dust here. The power will travel through the block. Okay, so go all the way to the top. Do it for the next one. And go up. Do that for all 4 corners. If you want, you'll save 1 redstone dust doing it. And you can possibly make your elevator even smaller. The 4 corners have been replaced with solid sandstone now. So we saved 1 dust each piston, which is good. Now, the only thing I'd really recommend you do is try to make this look more pretty. So let's start at the base here. You can put sandstone there. Bring our corners down. You can hide this. Maybe replace this with sandstone. that. You'll probably have like a little walkway to get to your elevator, something like this. And you can cover a lot of this stuff up. The only thing you got to be careful of is not to cut your wires. You can't put a block here, otherwise this redstone wire won't be able to go up a level. Okay? So same with over here. I can't put a sandstone block there. And same with over here. Okay. So our base is pretty polished now. So let's work on filling in this outside here. So to do that, we're going to go up our stairs here, but we don't want to ride the elevator to the top, so it's going to try to push us to the top though, so we need to press our arrow keys as this is going so that we get stuck. There we go. So now we're on our stairs. I like to put a glowstone block diagonally from the piston. Do that if you want. It's at head level that way. If you do that, you don't really need torches. It's up to you. One there. Okay, so this is one of our open walls. I recommend putting sandstone here, and then glowstone here. But again, it's up to you. None of this stuff is required for it to function. It's been working for a long time now. We're just trying to make it look more pretty and more safe. Okay, so I'll do that all the way to the top, and then we'll be back. When you finish filling in the sides, this is what it will look like. It's fairly nice. Looks good at night. So you got glowstone, piston, repeater, redstone dust, glowstone, piston, repeater, redstone dust, all the way up. If you don't want to see that, you can place blocks all the way up too. Cover it up. But it's up to you. Let's do it today. So it looks like it today. It's pretty good. Let's go for our ride here. And I built a little platform up here. So in total, this is actually going up 24 blocks because we walk up this last stair to get over the redstone wire below it. So keep that in mind. This top looks pretty crummy at the moment. You can try dress it up a little bit if you want. However you think it'll look good. You know, it's up to you. And that's it. That's our spiral piston tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have fun building one of these. This is what it looks like on the inside. It's pretty nice. You can see the redstone wiring through it, but it's not really a big deal. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Hope you liked this tutorial, and I'll see you again next time.